Hey guys, West the King here on IrishHotspur for the fan cam. This is my reaction to the North London Derby of our 3-1 loss to Arsenal. Um, First thing to say for the elephant in the room is the red card. It should have been the yellow, but Real should never been making that mistake. Point blank in the period, you should never been making that mistake. And that just sums up him and what I think of him. I think what most of the fan base think of him. He makes poor decisions. He has no real IQ, and he can't play. He does not deserve to be a starter on a Premier League team nor on the bench. And it's Conte's arrogance that's starting to really get on my nerves, especially when we have a very high potential right wing back just sitting, and he just would not use him. And I'm talking about Jed Spence. Because even when we subbed in Doherty looked even just as worse as Real when he went out there. It's you know it's ridiculous. The referee, you know, he can go he can go kick rocks as far as I care, because you don't make that kind of decision. Then you're gonna start doing yellow cards after the red card, because you know good and well that wasn't a red card, and you know good and well you should did your due diligence and went to the screen, went to the monitor to check and see if that should have been a yellow card. But he didn't do any of that. He said, "Oh, uh, I don't want to be wrong, so I'm gonna go ahead and just keep it as a red card, but I'm gonna give y'all yellow cards to make it seem fair." You know, Arsenal fans, they're gonna be happy. They played the game, and they got the red card from the other team, and they got the advantage by being up a man, and they took advantage of it like they should. So, I don't really call it like they completely killed us. They were playing better than us, but I think that's just with formation, because Conte is not playing our strongest formation that fits our current roster and what we're dealing with injury wise. What we're dealing with injury wise, we don't have a whole lot of wingers, we don't have a whole lot of attackers. So what should we be playing? What do we have mostly on our bench? Mostly what's on our bench is wingbacks and midfielders. That's ample for a 3-5-2, which is what we should have been playing from the get go. And I'm about to say it right here. I'm not saying Conte out and all this bullcrap, but he should be seeing the writing on the wall, saying that I don't have the players that I want to play my preferred 3-4-3. You need to be playing 3-5-2. Point blank in the period. There's no excuses for that. At least on my side. I'm sorry. I don't care if you are Antonio Conte. He has not won a trophy for us yet, so I'm not finna have you be God or the King or something stupid when you haven't did anything for us just yet. But trying to put us on the right pathway. But today it's really on Conte, because formation and team choice is just wrong. Having Royale out there still is just wrong, and he knows it. He knows it, but he's just arrogant to just keep Royale out there, even though he'll make stupid decisions like that. You know, I'm fine with Longley in place for Davies. Perisic disappeared, but I still prefer him over being at that left wing back, even though I do like what Session bring as well at times. But if you're going to put Perisic on the right and Session on the left, then that's what you need to do. But being honest with you, Spence should be out there and Perisic should be on the left. Real talk. There's no excuses for it, and I'm getting very upset about it, because it's clear as day we should be playing 3-5-2. I know everybody will be saying we should be playing, no, believe in Conte 3-4-3, 3-4-3. We don't have the players to play a 3-4-3, and it puts both our midfielders in stretched out. They put them stretched out. You saw that happens every game. And a lot of people want to say because Hoiberg and Bentancur, they sometimes play poorly. I'm like, no, it's just tactics. They're fucked. Tactics, they're completely effed. You know, it's only two of them, and usually who are they going against? They're going against at least a three-man midfield almost every game against whatever team we play against. I've not seen that one team we played against play with just two men in the midfield. I have not seen that. You know, unless they're playing a classic 4-4-2. Other than that, I've seen most everybody have three men in the midfield that we've been going against, and it just makes us stretch, and it makes them have to work 10 times harder and be the third man when they don't have that third man. At the end of the day, we overlook that as fans, and we just say, okay, both of them are just not playing good, and we need to replace them with either Basuma or Skip. If we have Basuma or Skip out there, it would be the same result because it's only two men in the midfield, and that has to change. You see, we got a plethora of midfielders that can easily go into a three-man midfield. He would not do it, and I don't understand why. And I guess we're going to have to just lose the next 3-4 games or just be poor the next 3-4 games for Conte to realize this 3-4-3 is just not working. Because do not believe by January transfer window we're somehow going to buy 3 big-time players and then we're going to be able to play his 3-4-3 system. There's a reason why he said it's going to take 2 windows. And I hope during those 2 windows we're not playing the same stupid-ass formation, because I don't like the formation. We play lackluster. We play more defensive, which I don't understand because we don't have big-time defensive talent except for Romero. And Romero is off form right now because he just came back from injury too early. I'm getting, it is what it is. The hyper motion is probably high because, it's against our rival, but, we made our own mistakes, individual errors, and just tactics for me is really the big key for me about why we played like how we played and why we ended up having the result we had. It all goes down to tactics. Everybody knows. Everybody was screaming. I was looking on social media. Everybody was screaming for us to play 3-5-2. It's clear as day that fits our roster we have currently by playing a 3-5-2. It fits our roster we have on hand. You cannot just bum rush shove a system that is not working with the current roster we got and expecting it to change or get better with a couple training days here and there, knowing good and well we're not going to have time to train because we got 12 or 13 14 games in a matter of 40 days or some stupid. It's just not going to happen. So don't believe Conte saying, we're just going to work and we're just going to, no. There's no going to be. We're barely going to be in the training field. We're not going to be out on the training center anytime soon, except for probably a day or two when we have little breaks in between travel. He needs to play a 3-5-2. Point blank in the period. There's no Real sucks. I don't give a crap what anybody say trying to protect him as a player or whatever this bullshit. He sucks. Get over it. Everybody sees it. We see him play for over 40, 50 games. It's been the same thing. People say he's good defensively. I didn't see none of that. Martinelli had him on his heels. And Jesus. 3-5-2 is our formation. Put Basuma or Kulusevski when he's healthy at cam. Boom.com. Have Sonny Kane up top or Richarlison and Kane or whichever way you want to do it. Boom. That fits our roster a whole lot better in what we currently have, because we do not have what Conte needs to play the 3-4-3 formation and to play it the way he visualizes it actually being or dreams it can end up being. It's just not. We're not there to have a 3-4-3 and just have 2 men in the midfield and still be okay. It's just not. So as you see, I'm upset about this game. Is what it is. On to next, go against Frankfurt, see what mess that pulls out, because I'm sure he's still going to play Real regardless. I don't know what the rules apply there or not, but I'm pretty sure he's still going to be eligible for Champions League games. So, he's probably still going to use him there, and it's still going to be the same shit. And you're going to see me say this again on the next video, and you want to keep on hearing me say the same crap until something changes. Because till he starts waking up, understanding he needs to play Spence, who has a world of potential, and he's just wasting his talent, that gets on my nerves when you see clear talent and you're not using it. And you're kind of depleted when it comes to quality right wing backs that you want to perform for you. And you got one just sitting. That frustrates me, I just can't fathom or agree with it. I don't care how good of a manager he is, He should have, if he's such a great manager, he should have realized this months ago that 3-4-3 is not going to work. And against really the Chelsea game, he should have realized 3-4-3 is just not going to work against the top teams. Three for three, we go by pretty okay against mid-table, low-table teams and the odd European squad that's just okay. You know, but even then, we're kind of getting showed up by our Marseille and all those kind of teams that kind of killed us a couple weeks ago. So the writing's on the wall, facts are there. We should be playing 3-5-2, and I think everybody and their mamas pretty much said we should be playing 3-5-2. But that's my thoughts. Hopefully, I can get on the fan show and discuss it even more, in more detail. But I'm disappointed. So I'll see you guys.